Hello YouTube, it's Harley here and I'm bringing you a tutorial finally. Some people have been asking about my mob grinder and how I make it and stuff like that. On my LP world, I'm on my second one on my LP world. I'm trying to make it better. So I figured I'd give you guys a tutorial on how my design works and how I make it. All you really need is a bunch of blocks and water buckets. So well, technically 2 water buckets is better. So you can make an infinite water source and you'll have to go somewhere. So 2 buckets is good, and then some blocks. I'm using snow because if you know snow, you can get it really easy in the game. You could use cobble. Cobble works pretty effectively. If you make like a quarry underneath your mob grinder, it also works good. Torches are good because you don't want mobs to spawn anywhere around your mob grinder. You want them spawning inside your mob grinder. There's an example of the finished product. So we'll be using that. I'm just going to show you how to do the layer real quick, and then you just stack the layers on top of each other until you get about, I'd say 7 to 10 layers is good enough, and then the mobs will fall. Also, if you want to make it spider proof, you can put half slabs. That usually works. I have a little technical difficulties with that working out. I think it's just the way my design is, but half slabs will work. So the first thing you're going to do is find out where you want your drop zone to be. The drop zone is a 3x3 area. So there's my drop zone. I just marked it. So then you want to count 23 blocks up high, and then you want to make another 3x3 area mimicking that one down there, like so. So this is your drop zone. This right here is where the zombies or mobs are going to drop from. So let's put a ring around this just to mark it, and then we're going to hollow it out because it is a drop zone. So let's put a ring all the way around it. Of course, I'm doing this in creative mode. You can do this in survival. It's not that difficult. So there we go. We have the drop zone complete, and we have like a little ring around it. So now we want to kind of veer these all off to 8 long, because water buckets flow 8 blocks. So on each side, see this one, that's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right there is 8. So if we put a water bucket and cover it up, it'll flow and stop right here. So that's what we want to do. So we want to do that on all of them and make them 3 wide, because you're going to have a line of 3 there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right, when you're done with that, it should look something like this. So right here is where your water buckets are going to lay. I'm not going to lay them down because they're just going to go everywhere. But this is your basic first level foundation. Now we just want to kind of put a ring all the way around this whole thing, just like this. You could do this like any way you want, but it's best to do it like this so you keep it square and you don't like mess up your design from the bottom. You want it to look nice and square, so that's the reason I do this, just to make it look good. And if you want, you can make this double high, because you need to put this is going to be your wall, so you need to put another level around this, so you can just do double high. I'm just going to do 2 rings on top of each other. So I'm going to finish this up. Alright, so whenever you get the 2 level rings done, there you go. That's pretty much what it looks like. These blocks right here will be needed. You can just leave them there. So you can go ahead and lay your water in. It's just 3 buckets of water on all of this, like so. You don't have to lay the water in now. You can wait and finish the whole level and then lay the water in at the end. It's just up to you. I'm just going to lay it in right now so you can see how it looks with the water. There you go. And as you can see, they all stop. So now you're wondering where the spawning pad's going to be. So the spawning pads are going to be right here. There's going to be 1, and there's going to be a couple on top of the water. So now on each of these little, where this 1 block corner indents, we want to make a 3x3. So there's a 1 corner. So let's make a 3x3 like so. Like that. Alright. Now on this 3x3, we want to put a ring around it. So like this. And a wall. So pretty much 2 rings like so. Alright, so it looks like that. Now you have a 3x3 hole. On this 3x3 hole, we want to do that. I don't know how to explain the concept of it. Now you have a 3x3 platform. You can see it. And if we break this block of water and this block of water. 1 second. Alright, I had to sleep for you guys. So this is what it looks like in the end. This water usually flows through, but if we give it an update, it will flow. It usually flows through. I don't know I don't know why it's not. But you want to put a block of water in the corner, and if you notice that this is actually flowing to the middle where our drop zone is. So keep that in mind. That's really important. And if you ever have issues with this, the sources of water need to be equal to each other when they meet. And in that case, they'll flow in one way. They won't bunch up. If you try to do it some other way where it's unequal, if you look, the flow of water 1, 2, 3, the flow of water 1, 2, 3, they meet together at the same location, so they go into a current together. Otherwise, you'll create dead spots in your pattern or current flow of water, and you don't want that. So let's do the same thing on all 4 little indented corners, and then we'll have spawning pads like that on all of this. Alright, when you're done, it should look something like this. So there you go. That's all your current flows. They go straight to the center block here, and then they can drop down. Since this is the bottom level, we should put some buffer stuff in there, like a ladder. Ladders aren't good, but vines are best. So let's see if we can find some vines. Should have had this equipped already. There they are. So put vines all the way around the edge here, and it'll give a chance for the mobs to kind of slow down before they fall, except the ones that drop in the dead center, which is unlikely because they're going to fall off the water. So that'll give a chance for them to slow down. Now we need to increase everything up 2 levels because you don't want the mobs to get in the water and then jump out of the water. You want them to stay in the water, so everything needs to be too high. So let's put a layer all the way around all of it. Alright, so there we go. We have a layer up all the way up. Now we're going to add in some extra spawning pads. Where your source blocks of water are, you need to put a block above it, like there. Those 3, there, these 3, above that one. Just like so, and that'll increase your spawn rate just a little bit. You can also add this little extension. I've done that before, but what are they called? Spiders. Spiders will spawn if you do that. So it's up to you if you want to add that or not. To prevent spiders from spawning on these square pads here, put half slabs in the middle. That's up to you. If you want to have spiders in your world or not, it's just up to you, or in your mob grinder or not. Now for the rest of this, we want to build the walls up higher, too high preferably, so the mobs can be able to spawn. Enderman cannot use this system. This system does not work for Enderman. If you want that, you should look on my channel for an Enderman tutorial. But for this, it's for all the mobs but Enderman, all the hostile mobs, that is, but Enderman. So we're going to build this too high, so a mob can spawn and not jump out, of course. And we'll get ready for roof. Actually, we should just go ahead and build it 3 high, because we do need to make a roof anyway. So 3 high, so mobs can stay inside this boundary. Alright, so once you build the 3 high walls, this is what it's going to look like. And a mob can be in here, and the only place they got to go is stay on the platform or fall off. And eventually they will fall off. Make sure you take any torches down if you happen to have torches, of course. And now we just want to build a roof all the way across all of this, and this roof will also be the floor, the starting floor at least, of the next level. And just make sure you punch out the center hole where the mobs can actually drop. The next level, you do not add vines. Vines are only in the bottom level. That's why I'm only showing the bottom level. And when you get to the very top, I would do at least 7 levels at least. And then when you get to the very top, make sure you put like torches down so mobs will not spawn on the top. That will decrease your spawn rate, so that's important. Also, do not make this in like a cave area. Do not make it in a ravine. I would say make it high in the sky, or make it like on surface. Just make sure you go caving in that area, because trust me, it does not work if you try to make it like in a cave somewhere. I've tried that. It's terrible. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. So let's fill the rest of this up. And the next thing we want to do, this is just the first level. That's all I'm going to show, because the rest of it's just repetition. The vines are actually growing. So what you need to do to stop the vines from growing, we're going to put a ring around this and put buttons around it. So however you want to do this, you can make it square, you can make it a circle, just whatever. Just make sure we put buttons around this. So let's grab some wooden buttons, because you know it's new in the game. And just put buttons around it, and the vines will stop growing, because you don't want them growing everywhere, and the zombies and stuff like that will they'll be able to ride down the vines. To keep them in line so they actually hit the platform, you want to go all the way down with the snow or whatever block you're using. I'm in creative mode, so this is really easy. So, but as you can see over here, that's exactly what I did. So that's what you want to do. This one I think is only, I'm not for sure how many levels we'll need to count, but I didn't put torches up here, so that's pretty important to put torches up here. So let's put torches up here, and I'll count the levels and get the spawning pad count for you guys. I'm going to set AFK at this spawner, because it's been a while since I've actually looked in this one. And we'll see how good the raid is for you guys. Alright guys, so I've been sitting here for maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. Not very long. Look how many mobs we have. I have it on like XP mode, I guess you can call it, where I can kill them. Some are dying because they aren't hitting the vines. But quite a bit of stuff here, honestly. So let's kill off the rest of these and collect all this. I've only been sitting here for a couple of minutes, not very long. You can put a piston in the middle here, and that will cause it to, you know, automatically push to you. I've done that before, so it's pretty nice. So as you can see, the XP I collected there, and it's only been a couple of minutes. This one, I counted it up, the spawning pads. There's only 4 levels. I figured I made more, but it was a long time ago when I made this just to test it out. But that equals 224 total spawning pads. That is if you include these little extensions, because I did do the extensions on it. The extensions do this. They go out to there. They go out to this pathway. So if you include these extensions, that is for 4 levels, that is 224. For 7 levels, that's about 356, I believe, if I remember. I don't have that one written down. But if you do 10 levels, that's going to be 560, and that's about what my XP grinder for the what Enderman farm is. It's about 500 or so. I wouldn't go past 10 levels. After that, you're not really doing any good. So 10 levels, and to improve your spawn rate, make sure you go caving and stuff like that, and light up the caves. I mean, torches like this. You want torches everywhere, or at least the spawning light to be low. On PC you can check that, on Xbox you can't. So you want to put torches everywhere, and that's one thing I always failed to do in my mob grinders. So, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, guys. I hope this gets you a bunch of gunpowder and bone meal and stuff. If you don't have like a mob spawner trap or anything, you can always build this, because you don't need to go find anything. You can just get the resources and build it. So I hope you all enjoyed this little tutorial, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.